That's your parents' fault. Cadillac.
Oh,
It was a 56, 57, 58, 59, 50, 60, 61 Cadillac. You have to Google it. Alright, so a complement. How can we use a complement in probability? You've got to be kidding me. They stole the freaking pen. I'm not lying. I'm not coming in here before y'all get here doing this. They stole the freaking stylus. Let me go steal one out of another room.
That's what I was going to say. Go steal somebody else's.
The music appreciation is where we have one. Huh? Of course you can say it, unless it's like you Huh? Yeah. Alright, how do you use a complement? Well, just like I said before, the complement of true is false. The complement of 65 cents to $1 is 35 cents to $1. So if I ask you what the complement of the probability of kings in a deck of cards is, what's the complement of drawing a king out of a deck of cards? What's the complement of that? No, not numbers. What's the complement of it as far as probability? Probability of not drawing a king. And that's why I think we left off talking about guilty and not guilty. Okay, you can't, in probability, and there's one example that we do in probability. It's about the roulette wheel. And you know what a roulette wheel is? That's where you spin it around and you do the marble, and the marble falls on a number. There's odd, and then there's not odd. Or even or not even. You don't say even or odd. Okay? The reason is there's a couple of spaces on the roulette wheel that's neither odd or what? Even. So you can't count those as odd, and you can't count them as even. So you count them as not even or not odd, depending on what you're asking for. So you need to get, one of the things about probability that you need to think about is what's the correct wording. And that's why I kind of said something when y'all said innocent the other day, because that is not the complement of guilty. The complement of guilty is not guilty. Okay? Not innocent. You want to do that. So get in the habit of thinking like this. The complement of the probability of drawing a king is the probability of not drawing a king. Some people may say, well, that's the probability of drawing a queen, a jack, a 10, an ace, a 9. Yeah, but you don't want to calculate all that. Just take this away from one. So if I ask you, what is the probability of picking a king, you'll say 4 over 52. if I ask you for the probability of not picking a king, you would say what? 48 over what? 52. And that's the complement. What makes up the whole? The whole is 52. Not 1, but now the whole is 52. And now, if you change this to a decimal, someone tell me what that decimal is. It's 1 over 13, isn't it? Which is, I have no idea. Point zero something. Zero what? All right, that's good. 0.8. Then what is the complement of 0.08?
0.92.
That's when it turns into a dollar. Okay? The complement turns into, when you turn that fraction into a decimal, that's when it goes to the scale of 0 to 1. Okay, so this is the complement of this, and this is the complement of this. And that's how you use the complement. There's also another question that you're going to see in the future, and it's going to be something about an alarm clock or something about a house. I can't remember. And what they're asking you to do is saying, what is the probability of at least one? Or something like that. And the whole gist of the question is that you can spend your time taking the probability of 3 plus the probability of 4 plus the probability of 5 plus the probability of 6 plus the probability of 7 all the way up to 13, or you can just take 0 or take 1 and subtract it from 1, or the probability of 1 and subtract it from 1, and that's your answer. So that's the complement. All right, so make sure you understand the whole reasoning behind complement. Question on that? Now, remember the other day, when y'all came to class, no idea what I just did. We talked about finding the probability of different things. What is the probability of, there's a couple, they have 3 babies. What is the probability of it being 2 girls? All right, this is a problem where you have to construct a sample space. All right. Now the first sample space is either going to be boy, 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 or the first of the sample space is either going to be boy, 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 or it's going to be what? Girl, 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 because that's the easiest one to start from. The last one is going to be boy, boy, boy. You can start with boy, boy, girl. So, girl, 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 boy, boy, boy. And now you have to list the different ones. Now these type problems are not like the card problems. Card problems and the die problems and the coin problems, those are problems that are real simple because you know the sides, you don't have to construct a sample space. But with this one you have to construct a sample space. So let's go with girl, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, and boy, and girl, boy, boy. I can't stand doing this. It really irritates me. Let's see if that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Need one more. Girl, girl, boy. Oh, boy, girl, girl. Do I have boy, girl, girl? No, I don't. They know it's good. Right here. Boy, girl. All right. I just know there's 8. All right. Now, pick the ones that have 2 girls. Well, we all can count. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Any more? No, that's 3. Any more 2s? So the probability of 2 girls is going to be what?
3 over 8.
Almost need them. And that comes out to be some decimal. What about the probability of no girls? Or of not having 2 girls? That'd be what? 5 out of 8. You're not supposed to be counting. You're supposed to be looking at this and saying, well, 5 minus 3 is 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. And that's your time. Don't start thinking. If you start thinking with some of these, you're going to end up doing something real complicated when all you got to do is what? Something real simple. Complement. Now, what if I ask, what is the probability of having 3 girls? Well, that's not this. Probability of having 3 girls is what? 1 out of 8. Probability of having 2 boys is 3 out of 8. Probability of having whatever, 3 boys is 1 over 8. And then, but this is totally different from what I'm asking here, and probability of 3 girls, probability of 3 guys. That's totally different than this. You come up with this after you've come up with this. Now that's a sample space. I could give you one from the other day's lecture that says, what is the probability of rolling a 7 on a die? I put this on a test. 30 people took the test. 5 people got it wrong. What's the answer? Huh?
6.
I can't hear you.
1 over 6.
Nope. 0. Why? There ain't no 7 on a die. You gotta think. What did I tell you about probability? Is it the math that gets people? No. It's the context of the questions. You've got to read the questions. Now, some of you guys in here, y'all don't do that very well. Read what? Directions. You don't need directions because you already know it all. Okay? How many of you women have been on a trip with a guy and y'all go around in circles because you're lost? It's happening less and less because of GPS. But heck, some guys have GPS in their car and they don't even use it. Yeah, that's true. And then there's poor old Johnny. Johnny waiting for Santa Claus. And Johnny gets up the next morning and Santa Claus has been there, but Miss Santa Claus goes, what are all these? And Mr. Santa Claus goes, those are what? Extra parts. Meanwhile, Johnny's in the ditch. Why? Because the front wheel fell off. Because Mr. Santa Claus didn't need what? He didn't need directions. He just looked. Okay, so guys, you're going to have to read the question. That question gets people all the time. So you have 2 types of questions with probability. Really 3 types. You have, and this is 4.2. You have a probability with coins, cards, and die, which are pretty simple. Because all you got to do is think of the sides, or think of the cards, or think of that. And then you got your sample space. Probability of girl, 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 and that includes a sample space that you have to construct just so, nobody walks around thinking of girl, 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 girl. You got to write it down because nobody ever thinks about it. Right? And then the third type question you got in 4.2 is a complement question. And the complement question would say, just like we did a while ago with the 2 girls and not 2 girls, it'll say, what is the probability of not, or none, or nan? In other words, not having the first part. Okay? So we're good on 4.2, or whatever section that is. All right, what's 4.3 and 4.4? Well, 4.3, I think, we might get it fast accurate from each other. 4.3, I think, is additive rule. Is that right? Okay. Now, how do you know if you're using the additive rule? Well, the additive rule will have a word in the sentence at the last part that will say the probability of this. Let me get this pulled up. Nope. Hold on. There it is. What page is 4.43 on? Somebody tell me. Huh? It'll say the probability of this or the and or. Is it or and? I think it's or. Well, they have it in there somewhere. You're going to see the word or whenever you use the additive rule. They used to have a big block and it used to say the word or. Oh, and. Okay? So, and is the key word. When you see the word and, you're going to be dealing with the additive rule. Let me get rid of this. There. And there is the additive rule. Now, I'm not going to explain it like that. Alright? So if you want to look at it like that, then that's fine. I'm going to explain it to you in a different way. I'm still trying to find the word and, but it's not. They used to, no, there it is. I thought it was or, right there. There it is. There it is, or. So I'm not crazy. I thought it was or. Alright. So the word or is the key word. So take your handy dandy marker and put or. And it's only going to say it in the last part of the question. In other words, Jody and Susie are sitting on a wall and both of them are overweight and one of them falls down. What is the probability of Jody or Susie falling off the wall? Okay. The last part is going to tell you if you're dealing with or and. Now, when you're doing homework in 4.3, all of them are going to say what? Or. And when you're doing with homework in 4.4, all of them are going to be saying and. But when you get to the test, that's when you have to really look at that last sentence. Okay? Now, there's one thing that I'm going to write in red. Dang-o, if I write it in red, what do you think that means? Dang-o important. Was that yesterday? They didn't come in my class. I probably thought I'd run them off. Alright, the important thing. Always subtract the overlap. It's as simple as that. Always subtract the overlap. Star, exclamation point, red cloud around it. That means this is very important. Because if you don't subtract the overlap, you will get it wrong. The first thing you do when you're dealing with or dealing with the additive rule, is try, if possible, try to create a table. Try to create a table. Most of the time, they're going to give you a table. Meaning the book, the test, the homework, they're going to give you a table. If they give you a table, then the problem is a whole lot easier than if you have to create it. But I tell students, the easiest way to do the additive problems is to create a table. Once you create a table, you highlight. I don't know how to spell highlight. Do you spell it H-I-L-I-T-E or do you spell it H-I-G-H-L-I-G-H-T or do you?
It's G-H-T.
Well, then why do I see it highlight on some of the highlighters? It goes H-I and then it says LITE. This is another conspiracy, and it's all Bush's. Y'all are running. And when Hillary's president, it's going to be Bush's fault too. Highlight the parts. Highlight the parts, and then after you highlight the parts, look for the overlap. Look for overlap. You may not have one. If you don't have one, then you don't need to what? You don't need to worry about it. Simple as that. Okay, now so far, the three type problems that you're going to have on your test are the probability of coin, blah, 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 probability of baby, 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 girl, 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 whatever, sample space, and then the complement. This type problem is going to be something to the effect of a table, or you can make a table, and then you're going to highlight this, and you're going to highlight this, and if there's an overlap, you're going to subtract. So let's go ahead and try one. Let me pull one out of the book, because they usually have some tables in the book. What are you doing, Vanna? Don't be yawning. Don't be yawning in here. That cuts me deep. I don't know what I'm going to do with Vanna. Probably out drinking, riding around in that Toyota all night, drunk. Don't even have a Toyota. Dang old twin. There's complement. They're talking about the complement again. Okay, they didn't even give y'all a problem? Wait a minute, hold on. Did they stick a section about complements? No, they didn't. They didn't even give you an example of a... I'm sorry, just hold on a minute. They usually, in the other book, they had one in the margin. I guess I got it there. Okay, there we go. I skipped it. Oh, the potheads again. Okay. All right. Take a look at this example. This is about losers. All right. It says pre-employment drug screening results. I want you to tell me the probability of a positive test result and a person uses drugs. Okay? The probability of... Go ahead and write the table down. You need to write it down. You don't have to write it word for word. Just put subject uses drugs, 44 to 6. Subject uses drugs. You put an X through it, 90 and 860. Put a positive up here and put a negative here. That's it. And you've got to write all that crap. And I didn't mean to fire you. Oh, the hell was nice. Or did you give it away or? Had to miss class to do it, but that's okay. Makes you look older. I know when to say that, when not to say it. Not like pregnant. Oh, I didn't know you were pregnant. You gotta watch out when you do.
Yes, someone at the gym
Yeah,
last week.
do not say that to a woman.
Yeah,
Even another woman should not say that to another woman.
a woman at the gym like a month or two ago asked me what I was having. I'm like, I'm not pregnant.
Exactly. That's you don't walk up to somebody and say that. Unless you just really want somebody to be pissed off at you. And that will do it. And guys, there's two questions you never answer. Okay? One question is, does this make me look fat? And the other question is, if I die, would you remarry me? It's a beautiful day outside is the answer. You do not answer these two questions. Because all they're waiting to do is pounce on you. Got it, Mr. Robinson? You write that down? You better write it down. All right, Vanna, bring it down. All right, so what do? Quit. It's easy to quit. Take my handy dandy highlighter. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And wait a minute, I want the probability of uses drugs and tested what? Tested positive. Okay? How do I turn that down? Okay, so what do? You take your handy dandy highlighter, and I'm going to highlight the losers. I'm going to highlight them right there. Oops, sorry, wrong one. Okay? Everybody with me? Now, don't start thinking. Now, some of y'all are already starting. Wait a minute, I don't understand why you. No, you just do losers and you go all the way across. You don't think. When you start thinking, that's when you're going to start getting wrong. And don't try to make sense out of the table either. Don't try that either, because then you'll get confused. All right. Now, what about the positives? Well, there we go. That's it. Now we're going to add everything up, because that's what the rule is called, the additive rule. We're going to add everything up. So here we go. Take my handy dandy mover. Now the other day I tried to move something highlighted and it moved the whole thing, left the highlight behind. So tell me where to do different there. Appreciate the interaction, y'all. Appreciate it. What is the total? You always got to have a total, because the total number of cards is 52. Total number of sides on a coin is 2. Total number of sides on a die is 6. Total number of babies is 8. There's 8 sets of babies. So what's the total here? Well, let's see if we can add this. 90 plus 860 is dang old 950. Dang old 994. Dang old 1,000. Somebody check it for me. On the calculator, please. Okay. Oh, y'all just not going to talk to me. Okay. So everything's over what? 1,000. Okay, now just add up everything. So I'm going to take my green marker, not my highlighter, but my green marker, and I know you're not going to be able to see it, but it'll be okay. And I'm going to add 44 and 6. I'm going to put it in brackets, because that's my going across that way. And then I'm going to use my yellow marker, which I know you're not going to be able to see, but just entertain the thought. Okay? Plus yellow. And that's going to be 44 plus what? Now I need some artists in here. Well, yellow is not a primary, which green is not a primary color. Yellow is. But It doesn't make another color, it makes me a little lighter. Oh, it's just, I'm talking to myself. I'm not gonna talk to anybody. And I'm going to do it in blue. We'll do the overlap in blue. What are we going to subtract? And that's the part people forget to do. Okay? So, what else did somebody steal out of here? Oh, stylus. Somebody took a stylus too. So far, in the last, week, a cable has been stolen, a mouse has been stolen, and stylus. I had to steal this from the music lady down there. I had to rub her up a little bit.
She didn't know how to use it anyway.
I know. I figured. All right. So, 44 plus 6 is what? 50 plus 44 plus 90. Well, think about it. 40 plus 90 is 130, and then add 4. That's 134. Minus 44. Well, that 44 taken away from that 34 is going to be 90. So 50 plus 90 is what? Come on. I'm needing some interaction here. 40 plus 90 is 130, right? Am I doing something wrong? Or is that 50? Okay, I'm sorry. 50 plus 90 is what? 140. Okay, now you got to get your calculators out for this, don't you? Please say no. What's the answer? 0.14. Now, you need to go back and write a statement. What have you just got? You got a 14% chance. 14% chance of having a loser and a positive drug test. Alright? In other words, if you was to put the results, let's say John Smith, he uses drugs. In his survey, he says he uses drugs and he caught positive. And you put that result on a piece of paper and you put it in a hat. And then Jesse Brown, he does not use drugs and he has a false positive. And then you put that on a piece of paper and you put it in a hat. They're wanting to know if you put all them people, them 1,000 people, that 1,000 people in a hat or whatever it comes out to be, in a hat, and you put the results on it, what is the chance or the probability that you'll get a person that uses drugs getting positive? And you have a what? 14% chance. Now that's it. That's how easy the additive rule is. If you want to make it difficult, I guess there's somebody in here that can do that. I'm trying not to make it difficult. Now there is a problem that I like to show, and I don't think it's in here, and it is a test question because I love to put it on the test. And I love to give it as a homework problem because you can do like 15 different problems with one problem. And those people that make A's and B's, they like the problem because they can do a lot of practicing with it. Those that make C's and D's, they don't really care because they don't do any of the homework anyway. So I'm just telling you that. It's as soon as I can find it. Some of you nursing people, y'all like it because it applies to your field. And I'm trying to find it. I might have to go to an older book because you know what they do with things that work good. You know what they do with them, don't you? Uh-huh. Exactly. I don't see it yet. Nope. Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up and see if I can Google it. Maybe it's faster if I Google it. No need to get mad and leave. Let's see. That's YouTube. That's the wrong place. Additive law probability. Give me a second. Let's try this. Did I type in multiplicative row? I think I did. Why? Let me just look, see if I can see it. I can see it a whole lot faster than I can read it. There we go. Alright, just ignore all that stuff. Okay? Hold on. Hang on, I'll fix it. Copy this table down. Oh God, I covered up the one. We won't hear the end of that. And if I can find this question, I will put it on the test, because this question, you have about 5 or 6 different questions in this one problem. And don't even read the questions, because I'm going to ask the questions. Let me blow it up. Blow it up a little bit, Vanna, please. Might want to move it over to the right here. Is that all it'll go? Hold on. Maybe I can move it over. Okay, she's got it. That's a 1 right there. I kind of covered it up. I'm sorry. I suck. I know. It don't look like a 1, but that's a 1. Any of y'all gone to see a good movie this weekend? Or last weekend?
I saw Kingsman.
You saw what?
Kingsman.
We don't know that.
The British Secret Service.
Oh no, I haven't seen that one. What'd you see? What'd you see? Huh? Oh yeah, I went to see SpongeBob with my 8-year-old. We go see every SpongeBob movie. There's like 2 or 3. Huh? It was good. It was about like the first one, SpongeBob Saves the World, but actually Plankton saved the world this time. Plankton's my favorite. Plankton and Squidward. Those are my favorite. I love it when Squidward goes. I guess I'll go on and throw up. He's so beautiful.
You should go see American Sniper while it's still.
No, I don't do hype. I'll see it whenever all the hype goes away.
It really is good though. It's good.
Well, I've heard it's good, but I'm not a hype person. Whenever I'm the opposite. If everybody's doing it, I go the other way. I don't. I'll wait until it ain't gonna win no awards because it's racist. It's racist and terrorist.
It got the award for like best sound editing or something.
That's because they were fussing at the Oscars for snubbing it. They gave it. They threw a bone to it. In other words, they just gave it some kind of little award, so it would be.
That's the category of we had to do something.
Kind of like when everybody gets a trophy. These kids, oh gosh, I get so mad. That's why your kid can suck at a sport and they still get a trophy. And I'm like, that's lying to the kid. That's lying to him. So that kid thinks all he's got to do, or she, is just do whatever he wants to, not practice, not do anything, and they will excel in anything they do. And that's wrong. You should not do that to a child. I tell my children they suck. If they suck, they suck. I say, you suck. You need to practice. I told my daughter. She said, I don't understand why I can't play the piano. I said, you don't practice. That's why you suck at it. I said, I would suck at math if I didn't practice it. If I sat out for a year or two and did something else that I don't know, surveying or farm or whatever, and came back into the classroom, I would be rusty. I wouldn't be rusty on the trig because of the surveying, but I'd be rusty. You have to keep it honed. You have to keep it sharp. And that's just awful, giving a kid a trophy when they suck. All right. Give me the probability of O and B blood type. Go ahead. O and B blood type. Print one with it, and I'm going to roll on it. O and B blood type.
Separately or together?
No, bring it down. And minus some magnification. I got to draw. I can't draw while I'm just doing that. Told you down was going to work. Stand work or vote. All right. O and B. Probability of O and B. Somebody add them up for me. What do we got? 100. So that's our denominator. Then let's do our adding. 39 and 6. And 8 and 2. Now, what about an overlap? There's not one. And if there ain't one, you don't need the what? So the probability of O and B is 39 plus 6 is 45. 45 plus 10 is 55. Oh, we need a calculator again. 0.55. So you got a 55% chance of picking two people out of a hat that has O and B or whatever. Is there such a blood type as B? I don't know. I don't keep up with it. I suck at it, so I don't practice. All right. I'm O. Most people are O positive, I think, right? Ain't that the biggest population? Any nursing people in here? All right. So let's do the probability of O and Rh negative. So let's do the probability of O and Rh negative, which I have no idea what that is. Let y'all do that one. I'm going to pull out the highlighters. And green, I'm going to color O. And the Rh negative, I'm going to color yellow. So it's over 100. And what's 39 plus 6? 45. And that's our green. And our yellow is right here. And what is, well, 6 and 5 is 10, that'd be 11. 11 and 13 is 14. Y'all check me.
Yeah,
And we need to minus the overlap, but I'm going to put that in red. Minus, parentheses, and what's the overlap? 6. Now, 45 plus 14 is dang old 59. 59 minus 6 is 53. 53 over 100, you need to use your calculator. 0.53. When I say you need to use your calculator, I'm being facetious. You do not need to use your calculator. Please do not let me see you put 53 over 100 in your calculator. That's grounds for calling you a loser and being serious. Right?
I really wish.
Because you're that person that cannot make change at cash register.
I really wish when we got a homework question wrong, it would be like you suck or you're a loser.
Well, that's what I would do if I was a programmer for Course Compass. Wouldn't you love to do that?
They would call you harsh.
Just every time you fired, of course. You suck, you should live in the good.
But instead
Every
of
time you got something wrong.
when you get something right, it's like fantastic, great job.
Your mama is fat.
That's a new one.
Alright, the probability of A and RH positive. And that'll be enough for y'all to have in your notes. That'll be 3 or 4 problems for you to have for the Adams law. They offer multiple ribs. I know. I'm just. Smoking Marlboro ribs. How do you like? That's hard for us. Not right now. Smoking them Pall Malls and Camels without the filters on. Ooh.
You sell Marlboro Reds like crazy.
There's 2 or 3 things I've never been able to do. Never been able to develop a taste for. That's one of them. Second one is coffee. Third one is beef liver. I have drank every combination of coffee that there could be made. Irish cream, butternut, beech nut, hazelnut, mint. I just sugar, cream, black. I just can't. When I taste it, when I put coffee in my mouth, it tastes like hot water. I don't taste anything. Oh, well. I gotta take the roll because one day I missed y'all. I don't know when that was. It might have been the day that, I don't know. Y'all gonna have to help me out because I gotta find it. They say the bureaucrats are going crazy because I hadn't turned in attendance. $120. Let me just view attendance. There it is. The 18th. Anybody recognize the 18th? That was the day after the snow day. Was that the 2-hour delay?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I need to put no class. So I need to do the 18th. So that's why they don't have it. See, they call off class, and then you have to go in and put no class.
They have to give you some more.
I just think that's ridiculous. Sorry, I just think it's ridiculous. What day was that? The 18th? Y'all have no class. And today. Bailey. Bolt. I believe I saw Miss Clayton come in. Did I not? Yeah. Coward. Don't see her either. Coward. Okay, today is National Cut Day or something. Dutchke's here. Escobar. Where are you? There you are. Far. Where are you? Just looking to see. Remember the names maybe. Freeman. Where are you? Okay. Hammett. Harris. Harvey. Hayes. Johnson. Mullins. Murray is not here. Oh, he never misses class. He must be drunk in the ditch somewhere. Newton. Poor. Okay, it's time to show pictures. Why it does that? Did I say Perdesi? Did I say Perdesi? Okay. Oh, you're here. Sorry. I saw two Robinsons. There's the third one. Scarborough's here. Schuler. Where are you? Okay. Simpkins. You have a sister. Going here. I got another Simpkins. I just wondered. Dennis is here. Smallwood. Where are you? Okay. And my Bones are here. Williams and Wood. Okay, we got the bureaucrats happy with that class, so that's good. Now let's go back. Probability of A and RH positive. What is A? Well, let's just add them up in our head. A is 35 and 5, which is what? 40. And RH positive is 39 and 35, dang old 74, dang old 82, dang old 86. What's my overlap? It should be 35, right? A and RH positive is dang old 35. Well, 40 plus 86 is 126. 126 minus 35 is 111. Is that right? I don't know what it is. What is it? 91. I'm sorry. 91 over 100. Oh my gosh. Tough math. 91%. So you got a 91% chance if all the people, their blood types were put into a hat. You got a 97% chance of finding somebody with RH positive and, what did I say, A? And what's the second most popular blood type? O positive besides O positive? I guess it would be A positive. Well, y'all need to go on and drink some juice or something. Or lay off those Marlboro Reds, one of the two. Alright, y'all get out of here. That's half of 4.3, or that is 4.3. So you should be able to do 4.2 and 4.3 homework. If you can't, then we all know what you are. Why don't you cheer up? Why is this class so big? Bull crap. What are you going to do when you go to work? You going to act like this when you go to work? You're going to get fired, then you're going to live in a ditch. Huh? You're going to live in a ditch.